Hey guys, so there is so much to talk about in today's video. We are just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Today we're going to talk about Kiss's brand new Falscara starter kit. I had actually never heard of Falscara. I just thought it was like mascara, hence the Falscara name, but that's actually not what it is at all. A Falscara kit is actually kind of like doing your own lash extensions at home, and the concept to make them look even more natural is to put the eyelash under your natural eyelash band, which almost sounds like it would be super bothersome or just irritating, but from the reviews that I've watched on YouTube itself, I hear a lot of great things. I thought this was a great opportunity to take and review this kit. This kit retails for less than 20 bucks, and it is supposedly a dupe for Lashify. I had also never heard of the brand Lashify, but when I quickly Googled them, they have kits that are retailed for over $100. I believe the two I saw were $130 and $145. This being way cheaper is already a win. There is a difference between those lashes. With the Kiss Falscara, it is meant to be taken off every day. So you can wear them all day long, but it is meant to be taken off at night every single day, and they can be worn up to 3 times. So it isn't that much usage out of the lash, but I guess if you can wear it all day, it's a decent amount. With Lashify, you can actually wear their lashes 5 to 7 days depending on how well you take care of them. You can actually keep them on overnight. Again, with these, they're meant to be taken off every day. So that's the difference between the two that I found, other than the major difference being price. Price was a really big one. I think if you were thinking about lash extensions like I did, but never fully committed, I think this is a great start. Hopefully within everybody's budget, that is a great alternative to see how you would feel about lash extensions. So with all that being said, let's get started and open this baby up. I also want to let you guys know that this is my bare face, and I kept it that way because most of the time when I go out, I like to do 2 things: lips and eyes. I just throw on some of Kiss's lash glue, pop on an eyelash, and do a gloss or a lip color, and I'll leave my skin natural. I feel comfortable going out like that. So that is why I kept my skin bare for this video, because I wanted to test how these lashes would work if I'm in a rush and if I just want to throw on some falsies or lash extensions in this sense. So in the box, you do get a pair of tweezers. You get the mascara that is supposed to help bond it, and then you get a pair of the lash extension pieces. They do come in pieces, so we will have to put them on or apply them one by one. So with the Falscara itself, there are 2 sides. There's the bond side, which is infused with biotin. It's non-damaging and primes the natural lashes to prep them for the wispies. On the other side is the seal. The seal is formulated with nourishing vitamin E, and it removes any tacky residue and locks the wisps in place for an all-day wear. I've actually never used tweezers like this before. It will definitely be my first time. So here you can see on one side is the bond and on the other side is the seal. And the last thing in the box are the wispies themselves. Now, what I actually really liked about the design that Kiss gave you is that this is actually where you can hold the wispies after you use them. It's kind of like a contact case. So I thought that was really cool and unique and really nice to be able to put in the box so that we could store them when we want to use them next. The actual application process seems pretty easy, just 3 simple steps. Add the bond, add the lashes, seal it with the seal, and then that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and try this out for ourselves. Here's the applicator. It's pretty thin, so it looks like it'll be a thin coat, which is good though, because they said a little goes a long way. I'm gonna do one eye at a time because somebody did bring up the fact that it might dry out, and I thought that was really smart. So I'm gonna do one eye at a time and see how it works. So far I feel like it feels very tacky, like the glue or something is stuck to my lashes, or what feels like glue. I just feel my lashes sticking together. So that's pretty interesting so far, but I really feel it like sticking. Let us get these lashes ready. I'm actually gonna start with the outer corner. So I just pick them up from the tray, and I've never done this before, so let's see. I mean, like, I feel like everybody made it seem like it was so simple. Well, that was pretty simple. It's not too hard. Actually, so I was kind of confused watching other people's videos because I didn't understand how the lashes were attaching, but it's almost like your lashes are the glue. So when you squeeze the lash extension against your lashes, you're kind of cementing your lash to the fake lashes, so it makes that bond, and that's what helps make them look all the more natural. The applicator actually sticks to the lashes because it is so tacky. I mean, so far, I mean, they do look natural, but I also feel like they don't look that good because if you've never used tweezers like this before, it might be difficult. Like, I'm having a lot of difficulty because I feel like the angle to hold them is a little bit weird. Okay, guys, I finally have them all on, and I'm gonna tell you that was a big pain in the ass. Like, if I'm in a rush, I'm not gonna do this. I'm gonna whip on a band of lashes because that was just tedious and somewhat annoying. So I couldn't get this inner corner one on because apparently there wasn't enough bond mascara there. I had little hairs, but it either dried out or there just wasn't enough to where it kept sticking to the applicator and it wasn't sticking to the bond or whatnot. I mean, it looks incredibly natural. I can say that if I lift up, there's a little bit of a gap right here in my eye. Again, that's because I'm very unused to these type of applicators. I use tweezers, but I wanted to give this one a go. As for the lash itself, I think it's really pretty. It's really natural looking, I feel. It's not as voluptuous or in your face as some lashes can go. So I think this is a really pretty lash. Now that I went through like a trial and error with this eye, I'm going to see if this eye will go any faster. But first we are going to put the seal on this eye. So the seal is actually the white side, and it's just got a very thin wand. And they said to brush it together. It feels like nothing is going on. So hopefully I'm doing it correctly. And that's it. This time I think I'm actually gonna start from inner corner to outer corner to see if that makes any difference at all. What I will say is that definitely for me, on this side, it was a lot easier to do the inner corner to the outer corner versus vice versa. But one thing that I didn't like was that I kind of messed up right here, and you can see that there's like almost like just a big gap and a random eyelash just going boing. That doesn't work for me. In conclusion, this is how I would normally like to go out, just with lashes or some sort of eyeliner really quick with mascara and then just a gloss. When I look at the lashes, they look okay. Now that I've worn them for a few minutes, it may be the way that I've applied them. I really don't know, but I can definitely feel the band. It's not terrible, but I can definitely feel it. I disagree with other people when they say it was fast and simple. That was not the case for me. It was kind of very difficult, and especially because I hadn't used the tweezers. I very rarely, if at all, have ever used like pieces of lashes, and I've never really played with putting lashes under my lash line. So like those three things really did it for me with this. It was really hard. It didn't go fast, and it looks okay. The problem that I have with the Bond is that it's such a tacky substance that it kind of does not open my natural lashes. It sticks them together. And so then a problem like this eye had comes into play when I use the applicator and press the false lashes against my natural lashes. Because they're clumped together, then the false lashes clump to that clump and kind of just separate, and I don't like that. I like full, voluminous, like separated lashes. And so I did not really like the Bond for that reason. I think for the most part, I don't think that I will be doing this again. What's easier for me is to use Kiss's lash glue and do a thin lash line and put the lashes on. To me, it almost looks the same. It just doesn't look as seamless. With these, obviously, with them going under your natural lashes, you're just gonna see your natural lash line on top, which looks great and natural. But for the time, the effort, confusion, to me, I probably will not be using these again, and that's okay. I'm really glad that I got to use them and kind of test them out, because it just seems like everybody was raving about them, and I don't agree. I think they're okay, but they take too much time and too much effort to look good, and half the time they didn't even look that good on my eye. I'm going to show you guys some close-ups of what I was talking about. So for this eye, there's like a separation right here that I don't like. And if you actually lift up, you can see how oddly I placed everything instead of like a cohesive line, just because I just couldn't get it. It was very hard. The good thing about these lashes is, like I said, your natural lash line is on top, which makes it look extremely, extremely natural and very beautiful. And that's probably one of the perks of why people use this. But for me, it just didn't quite cut it. What I will say about the pros of the Falscara is it could potentially become simpler over time. It may have just been my inexperience that I didn't really work well with it. It is cheaper than the Lashify, so if you're interested in getting Lashify, I would definitely check out maybe the Falscara. Play around with it like I did and see how it works for you. Like I said, guys, I probably will not be using these lashes unless it's on a special occasion or something like that where I have the time and want them to look as natural as possible. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Did you think they looked good? Could you see natural lashes? Can you see yourself wearing them? In this case, I'm not entirely disappointed, but I'm definitely not impressed. So those are my thoughts on this video and this product. If you guys found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. While you're down there, hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you see my videos every week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey guys, so I quickly wanted to come on here and tell you it's been probably about 3 to 4 hours and the lashes still feel pretty good. You want a hug? And I just wanted to say a few things. So earlier I had mentioned that I could feel the I have noticed that I have felt them less over time, and that I actually don't feel them a lot. I do feel them if I kind of remember that they're there, but other than that, they do feel relatively decent to wear. I have grown to like them a bit more over time as well. First impressions, I didn't really like them. I didn't think they looked that good, but over time of wearing them throughout the night, I do feel like they do look pretty decent. So I might take advantage of these, but I might not. I'm still on the fence about it and not quite entirely sure, but you guys will see in the future if I do. So these are just my afterthoughts from wearing them a few hours. So I wanted to add this clip in as well because I was curious if the lashes would come off easily, and all I did was give a tiny little tug and they came off super easy. In fact, right here you see me pull off 2 at a time. So if you guys are wondering if you need the removable liquid that Kiss also sells, the answer is probably not. Just because of how easy these fall off. They come off even easier than a normal lash, like when you use lash glue or anything like that. It was a lot easier to come off and it just almost fell right off in my experience. So I was kind of surprised about that, but it could go either way, happy or bad. It's your choice, but I just wanted to let you guys know.